What's up, y'all? We about to get started. There we go. Y'all hear it? Today is the day. Appreciate the Cash App Go. Appreciate that. And I appreciate the super chats also. I appreciate super chats say. I appreciate y'all super chat and cash apps. Oh, Chad, I appreciate the cash app. Chad. Yes, sir. Well, today is the day. And on this day, I want to say, let's not be stupid. Can we start off today with a prayer? Can we start off this broadcast with a prayer today? Let's start praying. Let's start praying. Let the Spirit work through me, Lord, as we talk shit about these people who put their faith in politicians and not God and not the Lord. The Lord Hindu, if you Kamala, is that what them Hindus call it? Lord Hindu or some shit? If you Buddhist, if you a Muslim, my prayer is that your faith go into where the fuck you worship. And to those of us who, see ourselves as the divine, my prayer is that the people put their faith in themselves. Whoever's elected in this election, may they bring about a change in the people's hearts, in your heart about yourself and how you view yourself. and the level up to which you love yourself. Because after tomorrow, Lord, after today, I should say, whoever is certified as president, they gonna start listening to all them motherfuckers that gave them money and the people who run the government behind them, not us, Lord. So I pray that whoever gets elected, whoever's sad, my prayer is if you really want Trump to win and he loses, my prayer is that I get a good laugh watching you weep. Conversely, because I don't have too much of an issue with Trump's supporters this time, Lord Jesus. But if you want Kamala to win, and you think that, oh, I want my daughter to see the first black woman as president, my prayer is that it doesn't happen for you, so that you have to raise your own fucking kids and not wait for somebody to become the president, not wait for a woman to become president for your daughter to be inspired. My prayer is you inspire your own goddamn daughter. And my prayer is that, Lord, that these people inspire their own fucking kids. You dig what I'm saying, Jesus? Hindu? Buddha? You dig what I'm saying? So if your plans are after today to have the vice president or president raise your children, my prayer is that your mission fails. So you got to do it. Not the president of the United States. Can we all say amen? Can we all say amen? Oh, somebody in the chat made a good point. Let's pray for our brother Omari in the chat. Our brother in the chat says he can't do 4 more years listening to Kamala's laugh. And Lord Jesus, we know you feel us, because we know, God, that you meant to give that laugh to a hyena. But you went on the wrong, you gave it to her instead. Like you was creating hyenas and you was giving them out laughs, and then somewhere she jumped in the middle and you gave her that hyena's laugh. So my prayer is my brother Omari and the rest of us, if she wins, that you give our ears divine protection from that cackling, sorry ass laugh. And I also pray, Lord, one more prayer if Kamala Harris wins. I pray that you make my nose more tolerant of the smell of curry. Because whether we talking about the Jamaican side you blessed her with, God, or the Indian side you blessed her with, God, she like curry. And I don't mean Dell or Steph. You dig? She ain't shooting threes. And I hate curry, God. You the reason why, Lord, I don't like the smell of curry. So my prayer is that you make me more tolerant of the smell of curry if Kamala Harris wins. Can we all say amen? Let the church say amen. On one more prayer, she said, nice girl says she can't do another 4 years of illegal alien invasions. Well, my prayer to you, nicey girl, is that the Lord blesses Brother Trump with a win, because if he don't win, I don't know if you can make it another 4 years, because they coming. God told me that they coming if Kamala Harris wins. And so, Lord, may you elect the right person so our sister in the chat rooms doesn't have to worry about what she's dealing with. All right, cool. I think we're done with our prayer. I want to say amen. I want to say amen. Amen. In the name of the Lord. Hindu. In the name of the Lord, Hindu. Or Krishna. What the fuck do Kamala Harris? I bet you Kamala Harris, she whatever religion she need to be. She Christian now. I'm sure if she walked past Crenshaw and King, she'd be a Hebrew Israelite. I'm sure if she walked down through Hancock Park, she'd be Jewish. Although Candace Owens' documentation on her has a lot of small hat ties, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to let Candace Owens take those bullets on her own. But in his mighty, mighty name, yes, yes, Lord. So welcome, chat. I will open up. You said Vishnu. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she probably prayed to Lord Shiva or to Ishtar. Kamala probably prays to Ishtar, or Esther. And salute to Ishtar and Esther. I pray to them too. Anyway, the nigga says she's a Satanist. And so, but anyway, I will open up the lines today because I do want to hear. Let me just open them up. I'm gonna finish talking, but when I'm done talking, this is the number. I'm not gonna open the lines quite yet, but if you want to call in, this is the number. I'll open up in a little bit because I'm gonna get some feedback from you guys and what y'all think. Well, today's a showdown, but I do, in all seriousness, want to say that whoever wins, Republican or Democrat, we all we got as black folks, as people of the earth. And when I say as black folks, that includes people who understand that we are a people that have a lot of internal issues to solve. And that goes to the people who are all about us in solving our internal issues, because as Black America gets its shit together, it's going to have its effect on the rest of the planet, on the rest of the country. Like our music. Whatever we into, the rest of y'all motherfuckers fall in line with. So I don't say that to be offensive of any other group, but anybody from another group that hear that and takes offense, you better check yourself. But either way it goes, we don't have a friend in office. We don't have a friend in office either way it goes. Personally, I think that policy-wise, Trump offers the better policy. Here's let me make a case for both people, right? I'm gonna make a case for both, because I'm usually in the position of talking shit about both. But let me make a case for both. Let me start with Kamala. With Kamala, niggas get psychic benefits of somebody that likes them in office. And you can say what you want, psychic benefits do go a long way for some people. So with Kamala, we get psychic benefits. We also get with her somebody who is going to, the $50,000 business credit is something I like from her. I'm just trying to think of things that I like from her policy wise. I like the $50,000 startup business deduction. That's great, but most new businesses don't make nearly enough money the first year to even deduct $50,000. That sounds to me more like somebody who already has established businesses rolling over and creating a new one so they can get that deduction, and which is fine. But I'm with that. Kamala's $25,000 her housing thing, she hasn't made it clear if that's going to be a tax credit or a check. And it's a big difference between a tax credit and a check. A huge difference between $25,000 in your pocket and $25,000 you can deduct. But it's something. Is it anything else y'all can think of in the chat? I'm looking at the chat now. What's up, Dre Harden? Bless up Kev said the decriminalization of weed. Okay. I like smoking all the weed. I like weed. I like weed the way it is. Like, I hate it when they legalize it here in California, but okay, I can take legalization of weed. I'm gonna smoke my weed regardless. But we decriminalization. Excuse my tongue twisted, goddamn it, words right now. Decriminalization. There we go. Decriminalization. Slow down, DeJuan. Slow down. You know, I guess that's good for the businesses so they can now legally not have really too many issues with card transactions. So that's okay. I'll take. Okay, that's one thing. Yeah, Christopher Ellis. I'm working hard. I'm trying to. I'm trying to be fair and honest. Yeah, I'm trying to think policy because I flat out I do not like her policy, her immigration policy. So I can't sit around and say I like any of that. Her economic plans have been like, they sound almost decent at best, but other than the tax credit, if she changes the tax plan and no tax on tips, which she took from Trump, I don't really like it. He said Kamala has the collard greens in the healthcare package. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I like. I don't like the some of the abortion stuff getting so much attention. I don't like that. I don't know. I'm being positive. Now, when it comes to Trump, what I like policy-wise, I like the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no taxing foreign nationals. I like the tariffs because tariffs. See, this is what black folks, a lot of these niggas that are. I was at the Improv last night, talking to some people about this whole election, and we were talking about the tariff thing, and this dude was like, "No, tariffs are gonna raise the price of things." I said, "Hold on. First off, Trump has already passed tariffs, and it didn't raise the price on nothing because inflation was still at 1.3% under his administration, and it ballooned to over 17% under Biden and Kamala." But okay, whatever. Oh, and I'll read some cards at y'all. It's funny, this card is up too. I'll get back to it. We're in the Six of Spades week. The Six of Spades is the 45th card of the deck. Trump used to be 45. But we'll do some card reading a little bit later. Tariffs come from here. The Moors, and I've talked about this, when the Moors controlled this area, south of Spain. See the city, Tarifa? Tarifa was one of the monarchs in Spain during the time of the Moors. It was a man named Tarifa. Let me pull him up and put up an image of him if I can find that painting. Can't find it. Well, anyway. So you see, this is some of the castles that he built. Well, Tarifa, one of the black Moors, he charged this tax on commerce that was happening throughout the Mediterranean Sea. And when China, when Asia, when the Americas, because don't let these Europeans get it twisted. Africa and America have always traded. There are images and there's artifacts of Ramses III going up and down the Mississippi River. Let's not get it twisted. There are artifacts of King Ramses of the 18th dynasty and different African empires coming over here, all the mound builders. So the only people that was locked out of world trade at the time before 1492 were the people of Europe, who were for the most part the Caucasian people of Europe. the black leadership, the black people in Europe, still were able to go wherever they wanted and rule and keep those people in check. But for the most part, Europeans, after the fall of the Holy Roman Empire, people that we now know as Europeans, they were all basically, um, they've been all, they were all locked away in this. So make no mistake about it, these were the only groups of people not traveling the world before 1492. Outside of this small group of people up here in what we now know as Europe, the rest of the world was popping. There was travel and commerce and trade between Brazil and Ghana. Even in Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book, They Came Before Columbus, they talk about how there are gold spears in Mississippi with Ghanaian gold. There's American cotton in Guinea, in Morocco, a cotton grown in Georgia, in Morocco. So that shows in Peru there are bananas. There are things like cocaine from in bananas in Peru. I'm sorry, they had bananas from Africa in Peru and cocaine from Peru in Africa in some of those mummies. So that's just archaeological evidence showing that the whole world has always had commerce, trade. You can't sit around and think that shit started in 1492. No, that's just when white people were allowed onto the world market. All right. Before that, the rest of the world was trading amongst one another. And King and Tarifa, he came here and he started to charge any group of people coming in and out of the Mississippi River. I'm not river. I said river. I said the Mediterranean Sea, excuse my dyslexia. Charging people coming in and out of this sea a tariff, a tax. The only way you're going to trade inside this Mediterranean Sea is if you pay my black ass a tax. And that's what this was about. That's why it's called tariff. That's why they call it tariffs. Because of this black man right here, okay? That's why it's called tariffs. And countries have been using tariffs since. And don't get me wrong, Tarifa, he wasn't the first to do it. Tariffs have been around even long before him. But he brought those tariffs into the Mediterranean Sea and they became named after him. A kind of a tax on business. That's all a tariff is a tax on business. And Trump is not lying when he talks about in the 1800s, America having a surplus of money because of its tariff system. But what America has done since then was replace tariffs with income taxes. So when Trump talks about, okay, we're going to put tariffs on, you know what that does? It forces companies to do one of two things. They have three options at that point. When a country enforces tariffs, it then has three options. And the three options are, what's up, chat? The three options are that country is then going to stop importing those goods to the United States and miss out on all that money because of all the consumerism we have, or that country will say, okay, instead of doing this out here and paying that heavy tariff, we'll build a factory in the United States, which then brings in American jobs. We'll bring a factory in there so we won't get that tariff. Or they fucking pay it. Those are the three things that happen. So there we go. So I'm just saying that to say when people sit around and criticize Trump's tariffs, I'm like, that's what we're dealing with right there, right? Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of, okay? people will not miss out on all this money that is to be spent in the United States over a little ass tariff. So that's how it is. That's how it is. And so I like Trump's plans more than I like Kamala Harris's plans. I'm gonna say another thing. I've been hearing a lot of people say that. Yeah, J. Coop. I'm gonna say this about when people saying, okay, because there are a lot of black people say things like, look, you know what? I don't like the people that Trump emboldens. Well, let me tell you something. Trump don't embolden those people. They're already like that. Can you name one time in American history where white supremacists ain't white supremacists, ain't violent thug white supremacists? These people have always existed since there's been a 13 colonies. They've always been around. Trump didn't bring out any new ones. All right. I'm not afraid of these people. First off, they only go after soft targets. They don't go after anybody that's ready. So that means you got to get ready, and you should know what that means when I say it. Don't be a fucking idiot and not be, what are you talking about? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Get ready. They don't go after hard targets. They only go after soft targets. And they're going to come after us anyway if Kamala wins because they'll be angry. The same way they came after us with Obama. Remember, under President Obama, black people were sitting ducks. Trayvon Martin got killed by George Zimmerman. Obama made it very clear he was going to do nothing about that. Alton Sterling, Rakia Boyd. Nigga, you got a whole goddamn Soul Train line of niggas that got killed under Obama. And he didn't do nothing about it. So there's nothing for us to be afraid of. There's nothing that we haven't gone through in this country that we're not ready to go through. You know, it's like, so the whole fear of Trump doesn't do anything. It's like, I don't fear Kamala. It's just going to be more people to deal with. Like, I don't fear none of these motherfuckers. We got to get that fear about of here, man. That fear don't belong here. Fuck up out of here with that. These people ain't, these people are dickheads. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. They ain't, what the fuck you scared of? Oh, man. And let's go to that point. The next point. Oh, man, I want my daughter because I got daughters. And my daughter gonna see that she can potentially become vice president and she can now be president. How about you raise your own fucking kids? How about that? Why my vote gotta be for your kid? Your little snotty nose ass kid. Matter of fact, if you putting all of that responsibility of being a role model on a president, that telling me you probably ain't doing shit with your kids and you know it. Nigga, you better turn that fucking game off and go play catch with your son, nigga. Nigga, you better go teach your daughter how to drive. What the fuck you over here putting that responsibility on Kamala Harris for? And why would you want your daughter to look up somebody who got to the top on her knees? There are way far better women for girls to look up to. I mean, I don't agree with her politics, but damn, Condoleezza Rice, first Secretary of State, that was a woman, black woman. I don't agree with her politics, but at least she did it right. Hell, Susan Rice. There's a lot of women to look up to out here. God damn, it's women plenty. Black women got, there's a lot of dope ass black women out there. First off, Curry Queen ain't black. She's not black. I don't give a fuck. Another thing is, y'all talk about my daughters. This is another reason why. Let's deal with these. I want her to represent for my daughter ass niggas. Do y'all mind if I take a few minutes talking about these kind of niggas and niggettes? Okay, let's talk about it. First off, we already know you're a fucking dumbass talking about she's black and I want my daughter to see somebody black. You setting your kid up for failure off top. because we live in a country to where non-black people come into black neighborhoods, get black jobs, and they be the main people that are targeting black people as buffer classes for white people. These white folks use non-blacks as buffers. That's why the biggest settlements in California history has to be deal with Latino against black work violence and work discrimination, the workplace discrimination. When you're dealing with these East Indians coming over here, they have their own cultural misunderstandings of black people and trepidations about black people, because them cultural trepidations about dark-skinned people go back to India over 2,000 years. These motherfuckers was set tripping on skin color during the time of Jesus, nigga. You better teach your fucking kids something, or let me teach them and let your kids listen to me cuss. That's another thing. Y'all talk, my kids are listening. Man, shit, your kids hear way worse at school. Shut the fuck up. All right? They hear way worse. At least they get some shit they can learn when they listen to me. Your kids at school listening to, I don't know what a boy is, I don't know what a girl is. Which one would you rather your child listen to? A few cuss words that's gonna tell them the truth? Or a girl is really a boy is really a girl? But I digress. Anyway, so we got these parents out here who are not setting their black children up for success. And that's why every generation of black people keep getting fucked over. It's not that because we slow or stupid or can't do it. It's because the poison is passed down through the parents. You got black people right now, getting discriminated at work by somebody who looks black but ain't black. You got somebody at parents right now who got passed up over a promotion because the chick slept her way to the top. Right now, you're dealing with this shit. And instead of telling your kids, look, this the kind of shit we deal with at work, you saying, ooh, I'm going to get a role model for my daughter that I don't want to raise. You better raise your own fucking kids. It's not the goddamn president's job to raise your goddamn kids, nigga and niggette. Fuck out of here. I'm so glad my parents didn't ever say, oh, DeJuan, you can be president. You know who I was trying to be when I was 7? My dad. Fuck out of here. Magic Johnson was my favorite basketball player of all time. Magic couldn't do nothing wrong. But when we went out in the backyard and played basketball, I used to go to school and be like, man, my daddy could beat Magic. That was me when I was 6. Nigga, my daddy would beat Magic. What you talking about? I went home one day. I was like, man, daddy, man, my friends at school says you can't beat Magic. Magic was like, my dad was like, shit, I'm 5'9". Nigga, Magic is 6'9". That nigga, I can't beat that nigga in no basketball. I was disappointed. I was like, you can't beat Magic? Oh, man. I was so disappointed when my dad told me he couldn't beat Magic in basketball. Now, my dad was a black belt, so I know he could whoop Magic's ass at least. I was like, okay, you probably can't beat him in basketball, Pops. But I know you can whoop his ass because you a black belt. Fuck out of here. I wish Magic Johnson would have been a bigger star in my life than my dad. Fuck out of here. My role model on character and morals is my mom. My mama, my role model when it comes to character and morals. It ain't a person outside my house that got a greater character than my mama. Shit, I'd be goddamn if I looked at some TV star for morals and characters. So raise your fucking kids. That's not our job. Now, if you one of those youngsters that didn't have parents that can raise your kid, that raised you right, I'm sorry. This doesn't apply to you because a lot of y'all was born in fucked up situations and you didn't have that in your environment. To that, I say, it is what it is. But still no excuses. You chose this incarnation to deal with this. Whatever you're born under, you can handle. Just please, 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 all I got to say to that is celebrities and mainstream, anybody that's accepted and stamped by the mainstream without any pushback, is probably poison because mainstream society pushes us and socially engineers us into poisonous kind of shit. So you can all but guarantee if the mainstream is pushing the person, it's probably poison. You dig? Hey Larry, I knock your ass out though. The 10-year-old me will be the current version of you, wussy. But yeah, you gotta do your own shadow work. And the age of celebrity is over, man. So with this being said, I'm gonna look into it. Hey Larry, you wanna call in? If Larry bitch ass is still here. Hey Larry, call in and don't be a hoe. Let Larry call in, and then I'm gonna search around, see some electric, see what's going on right now in these swing states. What they're saying is
come up with a system
they're saying you're not going to start to really get results
and on election day
until the first polls close like at 4.
Think is right. This thing will work its
fuck?
way
He turned this goddamn thing to stop, and this bitch still talking.
But I don't think we can put.
There we go. What's up, hoe ass nigga?
Hey boy, I love it when your ass is inconvenienced. That shit is the best.
Nigga, I know you can't inconvenience me because you ain't got the hands.
Oh yeah, I will. I won't inconvenience you. I'll incapacitate you, boy. Have you in the hospital laid up.
Nah, Nate, you could never incapacitate. Yeah, bitch.
Hey, dog. So there are 2 things I wanted to address before I hang up in your dumb ass face. Number 1, I'm tired of seeing you bougie ass, stuck up, boule, hoe ass niggas on social media telling me and telling everybody else, look, if you can't vote, if you don't vote, then you can't say nothing. Like, motherfucker, look, yes, I can. It's the First Amendment. It's called freedom of speech.
Hey, I hate them niggas, dog.
And if you violate my First Amendment, I'm going to enact the Second Amendment and shoot you in your ass for trying to get me to shut up. That's number 1. Number 2, dog, I'm going to piggyback what you said about people saying, I want Kamala Harris to win the presidency so my daughter can have someone to look up to. Look here, bitch. Your daughter's never going to be the president of the United States because she was born here and she ain't biracial. And do you really want your daughter to be the fucking president? You the same person that believes that all celebrities sold a booty hole for fame. What you think these politicians done sold? They the ones with the real power. Like, they got way more power than entertainers. What you think they done compromised to get in the fucking office?
Hey, Larry, you ever think about like this? What? People who say they want their daughters to look up to Kamala Harris, them niggas understand that you asking because like if you a smart person, you can be okay, if I look up to this person, now let me study something about them. Only thing you're gonna find is all the dicks that she sucked on the way up, and her family that's in her book ain't really her family. She lied about where she come from. That's all your kids gonna find when they look her up. If they know how to research. So you trying to raise a hoe?
And you don't even got to dig that deep. I can recall last year I saw a video, her and her Jewish husband wishing everybody a happy Kwanzaa, and she was talking about how she celebrated Kwanzaa. Bitch, who in the fuck in your house celebrate? Who celebrated Kwanzaa? Who celebrated Kwanzaa in your house, Kamala?
Man,
who
look,
the fuck said like
they were not celebrating no goddamn Kwanzaa living in Montreal, Canada when you was in a middle school and high school. Sit your ass down.
Hey, man, I'm a nigga who was born in Akron and raised in Houston. And guess what? I've never celebrated. I've never celebrated Kwanzaa. I don't even know the first day, second day, or none of that.
Hey, that's real talk. I don't know. I know one of them days is emoji or some shit like, but I don't know the fuck that means. It just sounds funny, like emoji. I remember hearing about Kwanzaa, like, that shit remind me of a song that Arrested Development made in the early 90s or some shit. I don't fuck with, I never have. Like, I don't know too many people who do celebrate Kwanzaa.
Man, did the nigga who created Kwanzaa, wasn't he a snitch and beat women or some shit like that?
Yeah, Ron Karenga was a fucking informant for the US organization that was a counter protest organization to the Black Panthers. So yeah,
That,
Karanga
yeah.
was some, and that's according to Judge Brown. That nigga was working with them people.
I wish I would celebrate a snitch nigga holiday. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that.
That nigga.
But I can't.
Kwanzaa is a day of. There they go, boss. every day of Kwanzaa, that should be one of the days. On the third day of Kwanzaa, my true love said to me, "There they go, boss."
Man, that's so stupid. Hey, we got to do a song. We got to remix it. The 12 days of Kwanzaa.
Is it 12 days?
I don't know. We're gonna make them. I don't know. Is it 7 days? I don't know. I don't know shit about Kwanzaa. I just know that Kamala lied, said they celebrated it as a kid.
Man, look, all I know is Kwanzaa was some shit, nigga. That was some shit that they would put on a Christmas episode of A Different World or some shit. Like that's.
Man, Kwanzaa sound like a side dish they serve at an Ethiopian restaurant. I don't want to celebrate that shit. I ain't celebrating that.
Kwanzaa sound like a broad that got 4 niggas on child support.
Kwanzaa burnt me, man. I ain't fucking with that bitch no more. Kwanzaa. Fucking Kwanzaa. Fuck that shit.
And no disrespect to the people who celebrate Kwanzaa. Go right ahead. We just talking about, look, to those of y'all who celebrate Kwanzaa, you know good and hell well as you, like 4 of your friends and the rest of your family do not fuck with it. So, not talking shit about y'all. If you really celebrate it, power to you, my brother. But we speaking for the 98% of your family that don't. That's all.
Nigga, I'm clowning anybody who celebrate Kwanzaa because it's a snitch nigga that invented it. Snitch holiday celebrating motherfucker. Get your sorry ass out of here. Fucking Kwanzaa. Hey, Dewan ain't talking about you, but I am. You don't speak for me. You can't speak for me, and you got to be able to whoop me to speak for me. You can't speak for me, D, at all.
Oh, that nigga, that mean I can speak for you anytime I want to, nigga. I'll knock your ass up, I'll speak for you, and then you'll wake up and I'll knock your bitch ass out again and say something else. Yeah. Hey,
okay.
Hey, I don't know if you see the camera, but look at Ron Karanga's picture. I don't trust no nigga with a Harley Davidson Nazi mustache.
Man, nah. I know. Ain't he a light-skinned dude?
He a light-skinned nigga with a Harley Davidson mustache. And he teach here in LA at Cal State Long Beach. I know people who like taking his classes at Cal State Long Beach. They said he was cool.
He should be cool. He a snitch. Everybody know he a snitch. Hey, how you gonna be a snitch and an asshole? You can't struggle. You got to pick one.
Hey, and plus, like going back to the name Kwanzaa, I personally, I don't trust niggas from the Midwest with African names. You know what I mean?
Man, why no? Whoa, why not?
No, for real, nigga, you from Cleveland. Your name is not Zimbabwe Matulu Umar, nigga. No, nigga, your name is Ron Johnson. Cause
you know what?
Larry, am I lying? It's always a nigga with extra African names that's from goddamn New Jersey, Brunswick, New Jersey. That be the criminals. Them be the main niggas that you got that be working for Ron Karanga. It be the light skinned niggas with African names. Chat room, am I lying? Chat room, am I lying?
Overcompensate. Yep. Trying to overcompensate because they got a lily white mama. Nigga, your name, man, that ain't your name, bruh. Your name is Gary.
Exactly. Your name is not Malik, Shabazz, Muhammad,
Napier, Muhammad,
Elijah, nigga.
Nah, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Microwave Muslim. His name is Gary.
Wait. It's the performative blackness that we gotta look out for. Like it's like the same way Kamala's performative blackness. You know who's the most trustworthy black men of all time? 2 of them. A man named Dick Gregory and a man named Dr. Claude Anderson. Regular ass American names. That's all we need. Let your work prove what you do. Not your name being El Shabazz, nigga.
I mean, I respect Umar, but his name is Umar, dog, and that school still ain't finished, dog. So, I mean, it ain't about what your name is, and I love Dr. Umar, but nah, man, Dick Gregory, Claude Anderson, and I will throw another name, dog. I can't believe I'm going to say this. DeJuan Brown is not that ethnic. It's a very common last name, but you've done plenty of great deeds, for your people, dog. I don't put you in that upper echelon of activists because you a hoe ass nigga to me, but you'll get there someday.
No, I don't want to be
But
up there with them, nigga. I don't want to be. Especially
well,
since you
you ain't
said
got
it,
no
nigga.
choice.
Nah, nigga.
Nah, you ain't got no choice. You gonna get it, and I promise you, I'ma hate on you.
I swear to God, like
all my time.
if I ever got to that level, I would like call a press conference and like I would do some shit and I would just get on camera and slap the dog shit out of you just so everybody could besmirch my name, and you'd be the reason why. Just so I can get no. I just come up and just knock your bitch ass out. Had a whole country having sympathizing for you, but DeJuan, he wasn't that. He knocked that poor little guy out.
What? Okay, all right.
That's
well,
gonna happen tonight when we finish this fight, nigga. Right on tight.
Jack. No, okay, all right. No, that's no. That don't count. Hey, y'all, look, I'm about to go. Y'all support DeJuan Book Your Readings, buy his merch. If you see a stupid ass face on the flyer, attend the show. DeJuan, dog, it don't matter what these results from this election is, dog. I'm gonna kick your ass next time I see you, sorry bitch.
Nah, Lance, you ain't got a chance. Anyway, but nah, for real though, that's what it is, y'all. Like all that performative blackness. Oh, vote for me because I'm black. Oh, you got a black person in office. What the fuck is that? Dr. Martin Luther King said we judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. So black people who are saying, okay, I'm going to vote Kamala, you're not looking at her character. The crime lab is a situation that went on for years in San Francisco. 3 years holding people past when the Department of Justice said they should be released for nonviolent crimes. She took Nina Simone's daughter's estate from her daughter and gave it to white people. This woman's character is deplorable. And she get angry on interviews. Like, one of my biggest things is this. At least when Trump is meeting with Kim Jong-un or whoever, he can negotiate in some kind of way. This woman couldn't take a softball interview from Anderson Cooper. Oh, if I could get Justin Irvin on my show, I'd definitely have him on there. Nice girl. Yeah, I would. I want to see that documentary. I heard about it. I saw the trailer, Dr. Carter Anderson's documentary, Powernomics. I gotta actually watch it. Yeah. All that stuff that she's done, like the information that's coming out now, like it's coming out with very solid evidence from various news sources that Kamala Harris over prosecuted black people that were dealing drugs on the street while ignoring and actually protecting mob bosses and people who control the drug trade. That's something that's coming out throughout various news sources on the internet with actual tangible proof from people who were around during that time that she actively here in California protected high-level drug dealers. The same way she in the open protected the people in the banking industry. Steve Mnuchin to be one person that you can look up. Steve Mnuchin, the person that ended up becoming Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary, was the person that criminally got people's houses fucked up. He was criminally behind the subprime loan scam of the 2000s, and she protected these people. So the content of her character content of character. We don't really have any poll results. Let me see. Are there any poll results in? Let me see. Let's see if anybody has any election and anything out. Yeah, it's nothing out right now. So we're not going to start getting anything reported for another few hours. We're not going to see anything reported for another few hours. But in the meantime, hey, look, y'all want to call in? I'm going to pull up some cards. Y'all want to read some cards and see what's going to happen? Yeah, actually, before y'all call in, let's pull up some cards. Shall we? And do something, but then I'm going to get y'all to call in. I'm going to pull up Kamala. I'm going to pull up both assholes' weekly cards. We're going to pull up the weekly cards for both of these assholes. Desktop. Save that to my desktop. Boom. All right, that's Kamala Harris's weekly cards. Let's go to Donald Trump. Or like the Latino said, Trump. Trump. I can't get that R rolling right. Trump. Trump. That's how they say it. They be like, Trump. Let me see here. Let me pull up Trump's cards. One second. Let me see here. One second, y'all. There we go. No. I gotta share something with somebody. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. Sorry about that. I told y'all I manage apartments, y'all, so I'll be having. I ain't taking no goddamn calls right now, but I will. Thank you for calling, but I will take some calls in about 1 minute. All right, I will take some calls in about 10 minutes. So let's first look at Kamala Harris's cards. Let's first look at her cards. All right, cool. Kamala, this is her cards for the week now. This is her cards for the week. Let me make sure I got the right cards up. I mean, let me just double verify I have the right cards up. Let me double verify I have the right cards up. These motherfuckers got a listening problem. Where the hell that is calling in? You got in trouble in school a lot, I bet. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, so this is the right spread. So, her peak Pluto card this year is a 9. She has a lot of queen cards. And that's actually very interesting, the fact that she's a woman. The queen is the female ruler. And what I'm seeing in her cards is her peak card is the queen. Kamala Harris actually has pretty good cards for this week. But the queens also represent high level disappointment. They represent conquering, but they also represent falling short and emotional, falling short of what you want. The queens could pessimism, acting like a queen. Oftentimes can easily represent, a lofty goal that's sort of insurmountable. But it's very interesting that she has all of these queens because it also represents conquering a goal, leadership. The Queen of Spades is the second highest card in the deck. It represents premium leadership. Now look at Trump. See, now this is interesting. This is very interesting. Trump has a lot of kings in his deck. This is very interesting. Let me put them up here. Trump on the left, Kamala on the right. Kamala has a lot of queens. Their cards are very close. God damn, I see why this shit is close. Like as far as people not knowing where to go. Because even as a card reader, they both have 9s in their Pluto position. 9s means 9 is a disappointment in beliefs of 9 of clubs. Trump, 9 of diamonds is disappointment in values, meaning you falling, you having a high expectation that you're disappointed in. It doesn't turn out the way you want. The thing that leads me towards Trump is where it says displacement, king of diamonds. Displacement card is like kind of the house that you're sitting in, the area that you're sitting in. The king of diamonds is the king of banking. That's the king of business. That's the card of business. Whereas Kamala has a jack of spades there in that same position. Jacks mean deception. That's what jacks are generally a deceptive card. You see one thing, but it's something different. Jacks are very rarely what they present themselves as. They both have kingly cards. Let's see. They both have kingly cards. This is crazy. Like, wow. I don't know who's gonna win, nigga. Don't ask me. I'm looking at both of them cards, and he has kings in very crucial placements, but she has queens in those crucial placements. So this honestly truly is a toss-up. Reward card, 2 of diamonds. They share that. Trump's is a 2 of spades. That means working with people. 7 of spades. Supportive karma. That's faith. Trump's moon position is the king of clubs, which is also one of the business leadership cards. That king of clubs lays down the law. But the queen of hearts is the emotional support. I'll say this based on their cards. Damn. It ain't no way to call this shit, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, sometimes there's a certain thing, like, the only thing that really pauses me for Kamala is her having a jack of spades in displacement. That's the thief. That's the card of ultimate deception. You really so that means in her whatever, and then the 9 of diamonds is a disappointment, and Pluto was dealing what's underneath. They both have a lot of resentment going on underneath, a lot of anger, a lot of angst, I should say. And with Kamala, her Pluto card is a change in placement. Trump's is a change more so mentally. So the fact that, damn, this is super interesting. I'm trying to see if I can find something. Man. Peak heart, king of hearts. Fatherly card. Meaning the king of hearts is the card that got what the king of hearts is a card of emotional satisfaction. That's what the king of hearts represents, emotional satisfaction. While versus the queen of hearts represents emotional disappointment. King of spades, or queen of spades. That's another card of disappointment. I can't call it based on cards, y'all. I truly can't. I'm not even about to sit here in front. Sometimes, sometimes certain things I'll be like, book it. Nigga, look. Because they both got 9s in Pluto. Both of those cards ultimately lead to disappointment in some way. And they got kings in their peak, kings and queens. Like, Nigga, don't ask me. All right? Don't ask me. What's up, Linus? Oh my God. If we do some stage burning. I'm over here looking like Trump has a queen of clubs in his Jupiter position. The queen of clubs is a card that writes the law. And Jupiter position is a reward position. That's a position of rewards versus Kamala's in her set Jupiter positions of 3 of hearts, which means it can mean disappointment in what you wanted, but it also could mean an addition of something new entered into your life on an emotional level. Both of their cards of their day. And what's crazy is this also, look, you know what's crazy? Linus, you read cards, you know what I'm talking about. Look, they both on their November 5th placement, they both have an 8 of clubs. God damn. Hers is in the Mercury position. Trump's is in the Saturn position. Fixation. Focus. Damn. I don't know, y'all. This shit truly a toss-up, yo. I'm leaning, the cards tell me if I'm leaning towards anyone based on that Jack of Spades displacement card and based on the Queen of Clubs in Trump's position on Jupiter and Trump's King of Diamonds in this position, displacement, I'm going to lean 55% in favor, 55-45 Trump. That's what I'm going to say these odds are. That's what I'm going to say these odds are. Maybe 50, I'm going to say 51% in Trump's favor. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all can call in now, 323-744-7425. I want to know what y'all think. These cards are, for their cards of the week, nigga. Put it like this. I'm glad, look, I'm glad neither of them paid me to do a reading because this might be whew. Because if I'm reading both of them's cards separately, like in the reading, both of them have a lot going their way. It's like, this is one of those situations where like the cards are in both of them favor. I would give a slight edge to Trump's favor based on some of those positions. But 323-744-7425. I'm only going to be on like another 20, 30 minutes because I got some business to handle. I'm only going to be on like another 20 minutes. But let me see here. Let me go into Trump's 7 week. If y'all want to call in, 323-744-7425. Sheesh. Oh, I already have his. Kamala. Devi. Let's look at her 7 week spread. Maybe I can learn a little more looking further out. Because I don't see shit looking at this weekly spread. This weekly spread ain't showing me a damn thing. Well, it's showing me a lot. It's showing me a lot. Queens generally lead towards more disappointment. Kings generally lead towards more triumph. But that's so not the case because Queens are very triumphant cards too. So that's why the cards are so close in their meaning between kings and queens. I don't want to even make a read off of it. Now, this is both of them 7-week spread. This is what it looks like protracted over 7 weeks. They both have spades in their moon, which means an ending. Spades always indicate change. Trump's 7-week spread, I'm seeing a death and rebirth. That's a rebirth into a new position. Kamala, that 7 of spades, usually represents struggles, deep struggles. 7 of spades is a very card that deals with a lot of struggle. Trump's P card over his 7-week spades is a king of diamonds, though. And he has all diamonds in his spread. That means he's dealing with values, he's dealing with earthly things. And on the 7-week spread, displacing the queen of diamonds. See, they both have king of diamonds. He has it in his peak. Kamala has it in her transformation card. Those are both rulership cards. Nigga, I can't call this shit. Fuck that. Mm-hmm. 1 second. All right. I don't. Again, see, Kamala has a king of spades in her Jupiter position, but that's 2 of diamonds as of today. Trump has a 6 of diamonds in Mars. That means issues with karma. Challenge is going to be his fate. Kamala has a 6 of spades and displacement, so she has a lot of fate. I'll tell you this much. Kamala's cards are far more tied to fate than Donald Trump's cards. Her cards are far more tied to fate. Them sixes, that 6 of spade, fate. 2 of spades, fate when it comes to partnerships. Yeah, even they 7-week spreads are goddamn. I've never read, honestly, y'all, in my years and years and years and years and years and years of reading cards, I've never seen anything this close. I'm not even going to sit here and act. The best I can give y'all is I'm giving Trump, based on his displacement cards, a razor thin as far as cards go. I don't know how this shit's going to turn out because it could easily be Kamala, but I'm going to give it, I can give a slight, it could easily be Kamala. It could easily be her. She has a lot of queens in her deck. Just like he has a lot of kings in her deck. I don't know. All I'm saying is it's not looking good for, it's still, I'm still leaning towards Trump based on the cards. The cards make me lean towards Trump. It's just not giving me where I could be like, okay, yeah, that's it. Sometimes you get a card spray, you be like, oh yeah, this about to happen right here. Oh yeah, you know what's gonna happen. You be like, yeah, it's going that direction. This one, K Street got an interesting. He said Trump will win, however Biden dies. Kamala rides out his turn, getting to be pressed for a day. Look, hey, K Street, you just made me look up Joe Biden's cards. Let me look up Joe Biden's cards. Let me look up that half dead motherfucker's cards. Let's look up his weekly cards. Now I'm gonna look up his year. I'm gonna look up Joe Biden's year. and week. His birthday is coming up. Okay, so Joe Biden's birthday is coming up. He's about to be. He's 81 now. Let's look and see what this half-dead motherfucker doing. Let's look at this motherfucker right here. 81 and 82. Half-dead motherfucker. Come on, sister. Come on, sister. Well, fuck you. Remember from Friday? You half-dead motherfucker. Come on, sister. All right, cool. Let's look up this nigga. This is Biden's 7-week spread. So maybe I can read it from this angle. Maybe I can read it from this angle. Biden is the king of hearts. What are his cards looking like? What are his cards looking like? I see a 6 of spades. Anything of Kamala, because Kamala's card is a 2 of clubs. So this is 7-week spread. I don't see any of Kamala's cards, nor do I see any of Trump's cards in his cards. I don't necessarily see any death cards in Joe Biden right now. But if we go into next year, into his yearly cards next year, the age of 82, I don't necessarily see, if there are any death cards, it's his 5 of spades peak and the 9 of spades supplemental. I don't necessarily see any death cards in Biden. But I try not to look for death anyway. But what we do see in Biden's card is displacing an ace of diamonds. That tells you that when Joe Biden starts over, he's going to have a rough new beginning. Ace of diamonds represent. See, this is when I was reading for the presidency. This is when I knew Joe Biden was going to lose. You see the ace of diamonds where it says displacement? That means, okay, you're going to be off to a new start. That means when the aces come like that, that means you're off to a new start. Whatever the fuck you're going through right now, that ain't going to be what you're going to do next time. So when I got to Biden's birthday, it showed him his birthday is November 20th. That means it's coming up. It shows after his birthday that he's going to have a new beginning. And peak 5 of spades, that's an abrupt ending of something old. These 2 cards let me know that he wouldn't be reelected. And I'm sure his people saw his cards and was like, yeah, nah, Joe. Your cards, you ain't got a chance, Joe. You don't have a chance. You do not have a chance. Nine of spades. Nine of diamonds transformation. Yeah, all these 5s. See, these 5s indicate changes. These 5s mean new starts, new beginning, it's gonna be a change, something different. So you knew his punk ass wasn't gonna get reelected. It ain't a motherfucking reelection card in his plans. Somebody asked, can we look at the election map? Okay, if I can find a current election map. Let's see here.
Reporting all day about sort of their momentum and sort of maybe a changing of mood. They were feeling a bit more positive today.
Yeah, not just positive today. They've been feeling increasingly confident over the course of the last several days. Let's look at that favorability number, though, for a moment. And Kamala Harris, she performs better than both Donald Trump and Joe Biden. 4 points ahead of Donald Trump, 7 points ahead of Joe Biden. One of the concerns about Donald Trump had been that there was some sort of an evaporation, a memory gap where Americans forgot the way they felt about Trump at the end of his term. Right now, his number's coming down. Her number is particularly high in their
So
view
they
right
ain't
now,
really
higher
talking about
than the man
something
with
now.
whom she served, Joe Biden. So that's something they're feeling, I think, good about this evening. One other data point we'll share.
Right now, there's no current election map. This is what I'm showing y'all. The first polls don't close until 4 o'clock. And I will not be on this bitch at no 4 o'clock. I will not be on here at 4 o'clock. So we don't have anything going on right now. Nothing going on right now, all right? What's up, Geek Surgeon? I appreciate the cash chat, the super chat. But we just went through the cards for the last 20 minutes, and there is no clear indicator in the cards. There is no clear indicator in the cards of who's gonna win. So I say it's leaning Trump. That's the best I can say. Their cards are very close. Again, their cards for the week. Right. That's Trump on the left, Harris on the right. They both got twos in the transformation position that's working with people. And yeah, all these four, like, yeah, I don't really see anything. I do not see anything. I just see two people who, in their cards, got a lot going for them. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. But slight edge to Trump in the cards. But that edge isn't enough to go say, oh, he's going to win. We probably won't know until tomorrow. But I'm telling y'all right now, black people don't think just because Trump winning is if Kamala wins, you're gonna be safe. You're probably gonna be more of a sitting duck if Kamala wins than if Trump wins. I tell y'all that right now, because Kamala ain't gonna do nothing about it, and she's going to allow us to be made examples of. Yeah. I wasn't believing the media when they were talking about how close this race was. I was like, man, nah, Trump is in the landslide. There's no way it's this close. But now that I pulled their cards, nah, this shit's kind of close. Now, the end result may not look close, but as far as, where people are with it, the cards got them motherfuckers in lockstep. Somebody said, do I read magic markers? Yeah, I do. I take magic markers and I draw figurines on your mama's titties with them and I read them. Like I use her nipple as the face. And then I draw little figurines on your mama's titties with magic markers. And that's what I use to read magic markers. By using magic markers to draw on your mama's titties. That's how I do it. Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm about to get up out of here. I got some weed to smoke, y'all. I want to get high. That's what I'm about to do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to blisscapsules.com. Go to blisscapsules.com. I'm gonna take some of these right here, some of these Bliss capsules, Amanita mushrooms. This shit here get your mind. You be like, woo, and they're very legal too. These, on the other hand, this is the psilocybin one right here. I fucked with the psilocybin too. But the non-psilocybin legal mushrooms right here. Get these right now at blisscapsules.com. All right? I appreciate y'all for listening. Remember, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those wanting to pick up the game. Understand this, it don't matter who the fuck win. It really don't. It matters on a macro level, but internally, if you got your shit in order inside your own 2 ears, work on getting yourself right. And also, you know, you want a reading, I got some gift cards coming pretty soon. Stay on the lookout for that. Go to thewamb.com. Be on my email list, because if you're on my email list, you're about to get a gift card I offer. If you give somebody a reading, you're going to get a 15-minute reading yourself. For those of you buying gift cards now for the holidays, all right? Well, that's a good point. She said the closeness in the setup is the setup for the fuckery. Yeah. Maybe that's why they chose people with similar cards, because Biden's cards had him not having a chance at winning. But Kamala's cards are a little better than Joe Biden's. Trust and believe these people on the other side of the thing. They read these cards. They know. I promise you they do. But either way it go, don't fall out with friends and family over this punk ass election. Fuck all these people, all right? Fuck them all. Love yourself, love your family, all right? Somebody say boiling fish heads and walking on hot coal. I'm about to barbecue some crab legs, all right? I'm out.